Okay, we're getting close to the end. Not sure exactly how close, but we're getting there. We've a lot more episodes than I thought I ran of this. Actually, I was uploading them or putting them into a playlist on YouTube. I was like, holy shit! All right, so we got Scholar and Summoner quest to do, and then we'll push on with the main story. Good to see you, Wind Up. I've made yet another discovery which pertains to you and your scholarly art. I've come in the possession of several ancient engravings, including some which show the traditional remnants of Nemean scholars. In fact, the extraordinary details of this illustration, coupled with the information gleaned from our other sources, was sufficient to deduce their design. At present, it is possible to say how historically accurate my designs are. That is why I propose we enlist the aid of Eorzean's primitive artisan, so that we may recreate the garment. Should you prove sufficiently authentic, I expect your fairy will regain more of her missing memories. In the hands of a permanent weaver, say Master Redolent Rose of Sunlit Tapestries, this information should be sufficient. But you cannot journey to Ulda until you have gathered the leaves of a direwort. My text explicitly mentions that the plant pigments were used in the Nemean dye. The last direwort is much rarer than it was in the days of yore. It can only be found in fog fens now. Least you think I would, I mean to make you do all the work. Worry not. While you scour Madonna for the plant, I will contact Master Rose and convince him to help. I doubt it would be or would require much effort. Okay. We're also gonna go. We're gonna go ahead and pick up the Scholar one, or yeah, Summoner one too. And we'll just do it all while we're out. Really wish they would have put a teleport by the Summoner one. Oh, Vi, have you gone and talked to the guy beside the Summoner for achievement turn-ins? Because you get items for achievements. For achievement points. Oh, you have? Okay. They haven't updated. That was one thing I was bitching about a while ago, or like when I came back to the game, is that this guy has not been updated in a very fucking long time. All right. Greetings, Wind Up. Though it is good to see you, I'm afraid I've yet to ascertain Tristan's ultimate objective. I only know that he is cunning and brutal, and I will stop at nothing to achieve his powers. As matters stand, we but chase after the man's shadow. Such a straightforward pursuit will, I believe, lead us ever one step behind. Our sole advantage is the treasure we possess that Tristan appears to covet. Eventually, his desire will bring us to him. Wherein Winchester will strike, I cannot say, but it is unlikely to be a field of our choosing. Thus, I suggest we prepare for the inevitable conflict as best we may. As fortune would have it, in the ruins of Mordona, may have provided us with a new source of strength. Word among Scions is that a set of evokers' attire has been unearthed. Made during the reign of the Algan Empire, these enchanted garments were sewn of the exclusive use for summoners. I can only imagine the degree to which that they will enhance your already impressive powers. The man supervised the excavation from St. Cornoc. Find Rimbrose is a dear friend of mine. In light of circumstances, I am certain that he will consent to a request that you allow to don the attire. Shall we pay him a visit? You don't have the art gear set or a weapon? So all you had to do is go buy some cheap ass weapon. You can literally just buy the cheapest one you can find. And actually, you may have recently turned one in. Yeah. So all you have to do, do you need to switch to Arcanist? All you have to do is pull your jobstone off. Just unequip the jobstone and it'll take you back to Arcanist. Okay, both of those are Mordona. All right, now we're going to... No, we're not doing that. All right. We're also going to go ahead and start the MSQ back up because I think our next step is going to Mordona anyway. So everybody going to Mordona, my gear can wait. We'll just save trips. Like, exchange. Y'all think I'll play zoomed in too much? I've noticed most people that play this game are very zoomed out, but I play pretty zoomed in. Most of it, anyway. Oh, yeah, we gotta go. No, I need to talk to them. Greetings, sir. Do you wish to proceed to your vessel? Yeah, there we go. All right, it's past time that we return to the Waking Sands. Oh, God. To leave our headquarters in despair any longer would be a dishonor to the memory of those who fell there. We have been brought to our knees, but we will rest, rebuild, and rise once more. Wait, Cutter's... No. That's Armvale. I can't take these two steps around this place without hearing wind up this, wind up that. Why, if it's you're some kind of God's damn hero. But I jest. Even I can see that you're just itching to find a new battleground to hone your skills. Fortunately, I know just the place, Armvale. Head southwest through the Central Highlands of Corthus and seek out a man named Wilmus. You tell him Nedrick sent you. Can't y'all just like push that back over? Like, why has it got to stay leaned over? Tell me, Wind Up, does Aunt here strike you as odd? I see signs of recent habitation. Could it be that we have trespassed? Mayhap it is just my imagination. Come, let us proceed to the solar. It's Tataru, isn't it? Wait. Or is, no, it's Biggs and Wedge, isn't it? Nope. Ida. Who goes there? It's Ida. Alphino, Wind Up. I need to fix my screen, I noticed. Sid, what is this? What? Is this a dream? Not that I'm aware of. It's been a while, Ida. I don't believe it. I was sure you'd been. See, this is what I'm curious. This is supposed to be Lise right now. Pretty sure this is still supposed to be Lise. But she's definitely acting like Yida, since we know that Yida and Sid know each other. But is Lise supposed to know Sid? I don't know from 1.0. Lise wasn't ever mentioned, so that's This place has been seen better days. You know, I wasn't actually here when I was still in talks with the Adder's Nest. The first I knew about it was when I came back and I saw Ida. The church had taken care of the bodies, but still left the stains. It was hard to know where to start. Y'shtola hadn't been here to help me. Y'shtola's here too? Yes, but she's not here right now. She's gone to Olda to meet a man who might know what happened to the others. Papalymo and Memphilia aren't among the dead. According to the church, Y'shtola thinks that they were taken somewhere. Upon the orders of the Black Wolf, no doubt. Why would he want them? Because they possess... they possess something he desires. Knowledge of another power that can be brought to bear against the primals. One that Gaius has yet to harness. The Echo. Gaius will be aware of of its existence, as well as the immunity it grants to the gifted to the primal influence. Powerful though the Algan weapon may be, he would doubtless desire such protection. He means to use Memphilia to gain an understanding of the Echo. Man, you're just speculating now. What the fuck? None of which explains how the Empire come to know the location of the Waking Sands in the first place. You got them all. No matter, the Empire has shown its hand, and now we must act. It is up to us to rebuild the Scions and save Eorzea. Can I count on you, Yida? What? Oh, yeah, of course. Whatever you need. We will discuss our next move upon Y'shtola's return. For now, I say we rest. Too far back on this chair. Uh-oh.
Here.
No.
Feel.
No.
Think.
Maybe. I do wonder where they were going with that first time around, the meteor thing or whatever that scene is. Like, I would have loved to know what the original plans were back in Realm Reborn.
Bringer of light. Brave gatherer of the crystals, thy soul burneth bright. I am Hydaelyn, all made one. darkness doth begin to spread. Wear thee the bearer of the crimson brand, for he is the avatar of shadow, whom death attendeth always. The crystals shall be thy salvation, thy blade and shield both. Steel thyself, for at the appointed hour thou shalt stare into the heart of darkness. Go with caution, my child, but fear not, for I am ever with thee.
Okay. What's up, Yestola? Welcome back. Yestola. Wind up. I see you and Alphino are safe. And Sid? That we five should meet each other, thus defies simple explanation. It is as if the benevolent hand of Master Louis Swag guides us still. Heidelin, not Louis Swag. He would not see us undone so easily. Not now, when the need is so great. I know where Menphilia and the others are being held. Where? An imperial stronghold at the heart of Mordona. Castrum Sentry. Does castrum mean anything? Is there a definition to the word castrum, or is that just something that they're using? I assume it does, and I'm too stupid to know. The rescue of our allies will be no small undertaking. Lined up. Even under normal circumstances, breaching the defenses of the Imperial Castrum would be a highly dangerous proposition. But now that the Castrum Sentry's house houses prisoners from the Garlands deemed valuable, we may be confident that they have taken additional measures to ensure the stronghold's security. If we are free of our friends, we will require an effective strategy, and we are to formulate an effective strategy, we will require intelligence. I believe I know of a man who may be able to assist us in this, Lord Palpatine of House Durandar. He is stationed on the Observatorium in Corthus. Let us go to him and beseech his aid. Let us go! Giggle says it's an old Roman complex, a fortress. Oh, okay. Well, that fixed then. I never knew the background. I need to Google more shit that I think about. But I always thought it was weird that they were called castrum and then some name, and I was like, well, what the fuck is a castrum anyway? But there you go, old Roman words. Yay. I guess that fits too if they're like legatuses and stuff, right? Isn't that Roman as well? Legion and all that stuff. That would all be based around Roman terminologies and stuff. Oh, woo! What's up, Bree? That's what I should have named my little Lala. Bawu. Bawu. Wait. It's not up here. Huh? Ah, Wido, the man who unmasked the heretic in our midst. To what do I owe the pleasure of your company? You are an associate of Yestola's, but of course. Lord Drillamont confided to me that you were a scion of the Seventh Dawn. Don't go out me like that. What the fuck? Free, did you have a good weekend? I got a lot done this weekend. I was actually kind of surprised. Castrum Sentry, what interest have you all in the Imperials? They hold several of our numbers. whom we intend to free. Any information you can provide would be greatly appreciated. I see. That explains our scouts' reports. They observed 4 prisoners being led into the castrum: a Hyr woman, a Elzen man, and 2 Lalafels, 1 male and 1 female. It's them. It's Menfilia, Uriange, Papalimo, and Tataru. If that scant morsel is of use to you, you may be also interested to hear about the more recent incident. You're tired of eating pizza after eating about 1/3 of this edible? Oof. You got work tomorrow? An Imperial airship made an emergency landing here in Corthus not long ago. 2 men believed to be prisoner, a Rogadan and a Lalafell, were seen fleeing the craft. Biggs and Wedge. What did you say? A Roe and a Lalafell, Master Garland, or Garland, Master Garland, neither wore Imperial dress, and both seemed disinclined to wait for rescue, hence our assumption that they were prisoners. Well, I'll be damned if Biggs and Wedge, those who trust those 2 rascals to escape. We must find them, wind up, and soon. The Imperials will not rest until they are captured or killed, and if Biggs were given the chance, I'd fear they'd take the latter. Fleeing those held in Castron Sentry will require substantial planning and preparation. As such, it is an endeavor that will admit some slight delay. The matter of the escapes, by contrast, will not. Shortly after the prisoners vacated the airship, our scouts observed Imperial troops setting off in pursuit. It is likely only a matter of time before they catch them. If you wish to see your comrades again, you had best act now. Hasn't kicked in yet? You just ate it like 15 minutes ago? 15 minutes seems like a long time. If, as has been suggested, the Garlands took our fellow Scions prisoner in hopes of understanding the echo, it seems reasonable to assume that they will not be executed until such time as the study is complete. But Biggs and Wedge are not Scions, nor do they know aught of the echo. As Lord Palpatine said, this may prove our only chance to rescue them, and I say we seize it. Thank you, everyone. You won't regret this. $30, 45 minutes. Oh, I got you. Final preparations are almost complete, my lord. There stands the culmination of 5 long years of painstaking work, but all our efforts will be vindicated when the Empire's vision becomes reality. At last, we have the power to purge this land of its false gods. We shall give the ignorant children of Maorzia the security and stability that so desperately crave, in which their spineless leaders have no palpably failed to provide. As you say, my lord, rest assured our engineers will not rest until the weapon is fully armed and operational. Rathan? I don't know how to say his name. Rathan? You're to depart for Castrum Occident at midnight. You will command the western front of Vilbrand. The Eorzeans will attempt to interfere with our plans. You will see that they do not. My lord, if this be your will, shall carry it out in the best of my abilities. I live only to serve the Empire. Yet forgive my impudence, but is this proper to give a command of a half of our fortress to I had given you nothing, Perfectus. You have earned it. That will be all. Dismissed. Yes, my lord. This piece is smacking them. My quarters, 1 hour. Uh-oh. He wants to get busy with it. All right, real quick, I'm gonna grab a pill. For some reason, it just started itching. Well, that was 2 days before I had to take an allergy pill. We're getting there. We're getting somewhere, I guess. My purpose here is to reconnoiter Garland activity along reconnaissance, whatever. Garland activity along the Albathan Spire. Owing to this, I have the honor of being acquitted with Y'shtola. Now that the report that the Imperial airship emergency landing came to us by way of Desmond Darkhold situation to the west. Our man stationed at the entrance, a knight by the name of Bristlet, may be able to tell you more. So as to expedite your mission, I shall finish you with a letter of introduction. I pray that you will soon be reunited with your comrades. May the Faerie grant your strength. I have heard much of your doings, and I think you the man for the task. To the west is Desmond Darkhold. It is meant to serve as the new keep of Lord Desmond. Ever a friend to the house Durandire. But before the masons and carpenters could complete their work within the caverns, hordes of Voicent appeared and drove them out. In the years since, the creatures have consolidated their presence. As such, we officially petitioned your assistance to reclaiming Darkhold. All arguments have been made. You need only give your assent. Speak with the Sir Ufile at the ingress if you are with us, and she will tell you what you need to know. So have you completed all your 6.2 checklists and stuff? Are you ready for 6.2 now, Bree? I actually got a lot done. Ended up finishing pretty much anything I wanted to mess with on the Moogle tomes. You stand before Desmond Darkhold, the subterranean fortress excavated by the greatest Ishgardian house of the same name. None but the authorized personnel may enter. You still haven't finished 6.1? My dude, well, come on. A letter from Lord Palpatine. So you have come here about the Imperial airship. According to our scouts, the vessel had scarce touched the ground when a pair of men, captives by all accounts, bust forth and bolted. Imperial soldiers have since been spotted in the area seeking to recapture them. What? The captives are like to be your friends, you say? Then let us pray that they are yet to step on ahead of their pursuer. The emergency lander reportedly took them near Armville, situated south of the west. Here I suggest that you take your search there. Seek out a knight named Pierre. He should be able to assist you. Good old Pierre. Welcome to Desmond Darkhold, built to withstand all Dravanian ploys and plans. These were natural caves beyond me until House Desmond began to enlarge, connect, and fashion them into a stronghold. Alas, and Alec, the void sense struck, interrupting the work. Alas. Then, in the confusion, Garlands infiltrated the keep. All in all, it was a fine mess. Garlands were eventually forced into retreat, of course, but the void sense remained. And so the fortress goes uncompleted, a home for abominations. Woe is us. Yet the war with the dragons rages, and we have no nights to spare for this noble mission. Even I am here strictly on a very long lunch break, arranged by Sir Calliot. Please see to these abominations, Sir Venture. Sir, I have much prowess with the paper. Wait, I have much prowess with the paperwork. Should you require aid of the sort? Alright, let me fix my screen. I don't think it affects y'all, but it does me. I'm in windowed right now. Was dual boxing earlier. Ugh. We kind of don't need to fuck with the hunting log anymore. Not at the moment, anyway. Oh, Venture, wait. Do not tell me Nedrick sent you. Tell me this, Venture. Tell me this. Venture, do you know of the Arnvel earned its most enticing name? Allow me to enlighten you. The cave is rich with sulfur and mithril ore, not oil, which through reactions with the groundwater combined to exude a golden hue fume. A beautiful sight, that is, until you realize that the damn death clouds are burning your chest from within. If you still wish to take your life in your own hands, is not to be the one that stops you. But do not try to get, but do try not to get killed. I've dragged enough corpses out of the veil to last a lifetime. Here. It's kind of like a DPS ring. Look at your neck. Yeah, I've got a level 1 neck. Take that. Thank you. The Imperial airship. I saw it approach to land with my own 2 eyes. I hastened to the landing site, arriving just in time to see the vessel take to the skies again. But not before it had deployed a detachment of troops. Gruff orders were being barked, and there was an air of consideration. Whatever. Let's see. 1 golden. What? I don't even need this stuff anymore. Let's see. There were prisoners aboard the airship. It seems that they seized the opportunity to flee when the vessel was forced to land. The Garlands, who were deployed, formed search parties and proceeded to scour the wilderness in order to alert our forces. I returned to my post. I had to find evidence that someone had been here in my absence. Moreover, they were, whoever they were, they tried the door to no avail and decided to go elsewhere. In all, I marked 2 sets of footprints, 1 large and 1 small. If you search the area, mayhap you will be able to follow the footprints. I need to follow footprints. We're looking back the way we came. This doesn't even have me go very far. What are you working on, Va? I hear you doing stuff. Getting glams? I hear you. Va do like her glam. She was on my account today and she's like, you ain't got shit for cast your glams. We need to go do this. I was like, I don't have any room. My glam case is fucking full. That was gonna be cool if I could run up that rock, but it wasn't. Couldn't happen like that. It doesn't matter. I gotta go underneath. Thought it was underneath. Yeah, it's underneath. It's wedge. Bah, so cold. I want to go home. What's up, bud? Please don't eat me. I'm not nearly as succulent as I look. It's all skin and bone underneath, I swear. Yes, wind up, it's you. Thank goodness that you're here. It's been awful. The Carlins were snapping at our heels like a hungry pack of wolves. I was so hell-bent on evading them, I almost ran headlong into the monster gaping maw thrice. And when I finally found cover, it hit me how cold and hungry I was. Poor onion head. Biggs? He isn't here. He went off in a different direction to lure our pursuers away. It's me, Sid. Have you had any success? Yep, got Wedge. Track down Wedge. That's wonderful news. Now what a Biggs. I see. Well, it's hardly surprised me that the big fellow went off as he did. For all the tongue lashing he gives Wedge, he always takes care of him. I've scoured their area around Darkhold, but have nothing to show for it. And then you're right. We know for a fact that Biggs headed west with both Yida and Yustola helping out. I'm sure he'll turn up soon. Now then, I'll make my way over to your position while keeping an eye out for Biggs. If memory serves, there should be an Ishgardian fortress not far from your west, far to your west. Monument Tower. I believe that it's called. Let us meet there. I know where that is. Dare I hope was that Master Garland you spoke with? After 5 long years, thank goodness he's alive. I'm feeling better now, wind up. Let's go to Monument Tower and wait for the chief to arrive. So, Bree, did you do any of the Moogle Tombstone stuff? I think it ends on Tuesday. Now I just had some challenges with chance from doing the dungeons. But oh, okay. So I was able to get the earring, the wind up elven, which is from Eureka, so it's 150, and both number 7 minions. And I didn't go hard on it either, so. Sorry, Ishgardian Pilgrim. I am not going to help. Well met and welcome, adventurer. What brings you to the frozen? What brings you to this frozen corner of the realm? Oh, it would seem your companion is caught chill. Come and warm yourself by the fire. I will bring you a hot broth. Hot broth. How are you feeling now then? Stay here as long as you need. The same goes for you, friend. It is plain that you had a hard journey ahead of you. You must rest while you can. I'm fine now, thanks to you, but I can't bear to think of Biggs is still all alone in the cold with garlands on his heels. He lured that enemy away for my sake, and now he's suffering for it. I hate to have to rely on you again, Wind Up. Do you think you could search for Biggs? I haven't the slightest notion where he might be at the moment, but maybe, just maybe, the people have seen something. A row gentleman dressed in the same manner as your companion. I'm sorry, but he did not come by here. Let me think for a moment. I would not raise your hopes unduly, but there is a cave situated a short distance south, distance to the south. We call it the Faerie's Gaze, and it may be worth your while to investigate. I make this suggestion only because your friend seems like a selfish sort. Rather than drawing the enemy to this tower, mayhap he elected to pass it by. Please, Niagara, I hope not. Nope. So pretty. You're like, why am I fighting Riven? I don't understand the point of this fight. Is it more of like a oops, not here? Wind Up, were you able to learn anything? Not in this area? Well, that stands to reason, I suppose, seeing as he was trying to lure his guardians away from me, but where within this vast sea of snow and ice could he be? We can't give up, Wind Up. We must find Biggs before he succumbs to a cold and whatever, and gets recaptured. There must be someone in this tower who can help us, even if it's to only tell us where to look. Ask them for me. Ask anyone who'll listen, and hurry. Biggs' chance for survival grows slimmer by the moment. No. Your friend is lost in the wilderness, you say? If he's not to be found around here or in the vicinity of the Darkhold, it is possible he made it to Whitebrim. To reach it, you must travel through the Dampen Pass, the southern end of which lies to the north and east of here. While I make no guarantee that your search will bear fruit, it is surely better than worrying in idleness. I wish you luck. Oh, and one thing, do not tread warily when climbing the stairs here. Not a moon ago, I nearly broke my neck when I slipped and took a tumble. Aw, you took a tumble, eh? Maybe you should add some fucking guardrails. Just saying. Add guardrails. We need some safety in this shit. Found them. Our orders are to take you back, dead or alive. Which will it be, engineer? Why don't you come and find out, Tinhead? Oh, wind up. It is well that you're here. The situation is grave. Biggs is in a bad way. We need to do something right now. Peter has the right of it. He will perish if we delay. With me. Look. He's not alone. Kill them all. Man. I think it's streaming, Vi. I've been sitting here, what, all day and haven't been yawning like this. I start streaming and then all of a sudden, what am I trying to AoE for? I was trying to like melee AoE. Oopsie. One guy's tough. I give them a paper cut and smack them with a book. How you doing, Pool? Did you have a good weekend? You've been back at work for like a few days, haven't you? Signs are weak. Monday morning, gotta love it. Why to shake these yawns? Why, thanks. Another moment, I would have died. He's been out in the cold. We must find shelter for him. There's a spot right down there. Monument Tower, you say? Very well. You and I shall bear him there with all haste. Sid will be so happy to see Biggs and Wedge again. Aw, I love reunions. Is there a cure for drowsiness? I'm gonna look. Cure for drowsiness. Get up and move around to feel awake. Take a nap. Give your eyes a break to avoid fatigue. And isn't that like going to sleep? Eat a healthy snack. Start a conversation to wake up your mind. Turn up the lights and ease fatigue. The lights is what makes me tired. Take a breather to feel alert. It's not. I like how it's like if you're driving, pull over when sleepy. That's not a cure for drowsy. I cannot thank you enough. Same goes for the rest of you. Thank you all so much. Oh, don't mention it. We are family, aren't we? Yes, yes. It's just, I just don't think I'd ever see him again. I owed a lot of you my life. Crafting every single item for house exterior by hands is a lot of work. Like 15 mithrite ingots, use 60 mithrite ore, double that for another one to sell. The kicker is the dang ore is hidden. Ooh. At least you have a house to do that with. I owed a lot of you my life, and you saved Wedge too. Wound up, I'm losing count of how many I owe you. Biggs, wakes. Where? Fuck. Johns, it's good to see you two again. Hold on, as it sneezed too. Violent sneezes. Chief, it's you. It's really you. In our hearts, we know you're still alive, but I finally see you in the flesh. When Alphino told me of the raid of the Waking Sands, I feared the worst. What happened? The enemy struck with nearly a warning. We didn't stand a chance. Wedge and I were up in the workshop when they came. Before we knew it, what happened to the Imperials had us at gunpoint. It must have been awful. There's one thing I don't understand though. How did the Garlands get there so fast? I mean, the Immortal Flames should have seen them coming, right? I myself had asked the same question. The day when I returned to the carnage, the Waking Sand, I noted not a mist in horizon, nothing at all that suggests the passing of Imperial forces for this. I concluded that the Garlands came neither by land nor air. Nay, they were born in there by potent teleport magics the kind used by the Scions. Carry on. We were bound and blindfolded and bundled up in a cargo bay and waiting an airship. I can't rightly say how long we were bound or aboard, but when the time came for us to disembark, we found ourselves in the midst of an Imperial stronghold cast from Sentry. Upon arrival, we were marched off into a main complex. Biggs and I were thrown into a detainment cell together, while Menphilia and the others were taken elsewhere. That was the last we heard of them. Castrum Sentry. What happened next? Well, we were held in isolation for felt like years, but was probably moons, or maybe only a week. And then, without warning, the Imperials collected the pair of us and put us on a vessel, which we found out was bound for Garlemald, much to our dread. We knew that we knew that if we were taken back there, we weren't likely to leave again. Though risky though it was, we sabotaged the ship altitude control and thereby forced the emergency landing. And in the midst of the ensuing chaos, we managed to slip our captors. The rest, as you say, is history. Huh. If I didn't know better, I'd call that a likely story. Sabotaging the altitude controls of an airborne vessel. That will have been Biggs' handiwork, like it or not. Or like as not. You always were resourceful in a tight spot, my friend. Mm-hmm. Thank you for returning my dear assistant to me. It would seem I owe yet another debt of gratitude. There are still many questions in my mind, but the answers can wait. Amphilia and the others will still want the rescue. All right. You want Garland Ironworks is back in business. Let's go and give the Imperials what. Hurrah. Thanks to you, Biggs and Wedge, are with us again. Now we must find a way to rescue Amphilia and the others. God knows we've kept them waiting for too long already. Sabotage an airborne vessel. What could possibly go wrong, right? Based on what we've learned, I believe it's safe to say that they're being held at Castrum Sentry. So let us convene at Rivenet's Toll in Mordona. It is a good place as any to prepare, and better than most. The road leading east, then south will get you there. When we arrive, let us seek the advice of local adventurers. We're bound to learn a thing or two that we benefit our mission. All right, when we get to Mordona, I'm going to use the restroom and splash some water on my face. I don't know why I'm like getting super yawny and tired. Only thing I can think of is I had just eaten dinner, and where I've become old man, like eat food, got to take a nap. I guess I need to start eating earlier so I can nap like a keto before my stream. I've got coffee. I've been sipping on my coffee. It's funny though, like I wasn't tired at all before I started streaming. All I was doing was doing stuff in Final Fantasy before I started. And then as soon as I turned this light, I swear, this light, man, this stream light just makes me tired. And it was interesting when you first came into Mordona and how this place originally looked. See if I can find it. Old. Yeah. Y'all want to see what old Rivenet's Toll used to look like? Boop. So even some of this, I think, is after the construction was already started. So it wasn't. Oh, what? That did not. Okay. Hold on. Let's open this again. That could have been very dangerous. I thought I was going to go to the next picture. This is as it's getting, like, this would have been before and then after. But this, like, let's see. I guess this is how it was originally, but I don't think so. I feel like there was even less than that originally. And that's what it is now. So I still feel like some of these pictures may be a little late. Like I think this was here. Here we go. Here's the zoom out. Yeah, because this building here, yeah, this had to have been here because this is where you do the Magitech armor for the where you first get your Magitech armor. But that was not the wait a minute. Yeah, that's still after it's been paved. It hadn't been paved yet. So I don't know, man. It's hard. I need to see some like actual dates. And that's what it is now. Yeah, so these are like, this thing is all out of whack as far as how the patches were. I need like something that has all the patches in like one place. That emote is beautiful. It really is. Pumpkin flute. Thank you, dude. We were just looking at what Revenant's Toll looked like back in my day. I'm like an old man in Final Fantasy. Back in my day, Revenant Toll didn't have all these paved roads. We had to walk up there in the dirt. And having it sky rises and big bridges and shit. All right, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real fast, and we'll be right back. I need to splash some water in my face. I'll be right back. Okay, my apologies. I drained. I covered my face in some water. Cold water. Which should be good. Okay. Well met, friend. What brings you to Revenant's Toll? Did I hear you rightly? Your friends are being held captive in Castrum Sentry, and you want to rescue them. I don't mean to discourage you, but that might prove difficult. The stronghold has been on high alert of late, with armored patrols seen about the perimeter around the clock. Not even a fly could get within 100 yards of the walls undetected. If the Garlands were alerted to our coming, we cannot know what they will do to Menphilia and the others. We must act with the greatest stealth. Aye. It is coming. It has to be good old-fashioned infiltration. But with security so tight, how are we going to smuggle ourselves in? Why, I have a mind to walk right through the front door. Huh? Front door. Disguises. We'll disguise ourselves as Imperial troops and march right in. For this, we'll need a few sets of Imperial uniforms, a suit of Magitech armor, and an impeccable timing. That's a bold strategy, but I think it might just work. Where we are, there's certainly no shortage of opportunities to borrow the equipment. Knowing those Imperial bastards, they won't even suspect that we've salvaged savage Eorzeans would think to use their technology. What's up, games? Then it's settled. If you're determined to go on ahead, I'd recommend you speak with Glaument. The fellow's got a personal grudge against the Empire and happens to know a deal about Castrum Century. Besides, I've no doubt that he'd want to be of aid. Ida, I shall go and recondition or recon. I should go recon a Garland activity in the stronghold. It would not be, or it would not do if something were to befall our comrades before we had a chance to act. Come and join us when you're ready. I'll wind up. Let's do this. Leroy. Sometimes I wonder, Ida, are there ever times that you were not enthused? I'm nothing if not enthused, Jistoa. You're beginning to remind me of Papalymo. Damn, dude, I waited way too long to take a pill. It's funny though, like I was barely had any itches today. I don't know what fucking triggered it today. For anybody that don't know, like last Christmas I broke out in hives and I have been allergic to something. We can't determine what it is. So I've been having to take an allergy pill every single day since then, and it's gotten less severe, so I've been like dialing back the allergy meds. So like today would be day 3 of no allergy meds, but it just started kicking up. It's been like this since Christmas, and I was gonna go to an allergist, and I was about a week off of the meds I was on, but I still had, I guess, steroids running through my system, but I didn't have any antihistamine in me, and I had to couldn't go to get a test without having no antihistamines in me for 7 days. Well, a guy at work was ended up being out for a week due to a back injury, so I had to cancel my appointment, and the hives kind of started to break out again, so I had to take an antihistamine. And then I've not been off 7 days to be able to make another appointment. And no, we've already changed soap, detergent, all kinds of shit, like food, diet, everything we could possibly think of. We don't know what it smells, and it may be a bug bite. I don't know. Who knows? I mean, I do live in the woods, and there's no telling. It could even be mosquitoes. I don't know. I'll be fine in like 20 minutes to just when the allergy pill takes in. It's just Zyrtec. Let's see. Looking for Galman, are you? Well, you'll find him wherever you are. You're looking to get inside Castrum Century and you need my help? Something tells me you're not gonna get tells me we're gonna get along just fine. No, it's not a tick. It's not a tick. I promise you. There's no way it could be a tick this long. We actually think it might be this chair. That's why I have this blanket over it, because it usually, like, I sit on my feet a lot. Like I sit cross-legged, and I sit, and my feet are usually the first things that start to break out. So that's why we always think it's like either bugs or this chair, and that's why we have this cover on it. So I did have to touch the chair today because I had to re-straighten this blanket. We've got a little slip cover we're thinking of putting over top of this to see if that's the cause, but it would be weird because this is a hypoallergenic material. But then again, it could also be the dyes from the fabric. We're unsure if that's even the case, though. It might not be it. That's just the most recent theory. Because I got this chair around about the same time that I had the hives, but at the time we thought it was foodborne. So you have friends in Castrum Century. What want for rescue? The Southborn know me too well. You can count on my help. I've got a score to settle with the Imperials, and I'll never pass on the opportunity to get back at the horses. But enough about me. Let's talk strategy. Rescuing folk from the captivity, right? Delicate business. A single oversight, just one little blunder, and it's all over. You can't leave any room for uncertainty. For starters, you need to confirm beyond a shadow of doubt that your friends where you think they are. You don't want to risk your neck only to be discovering they've been moved elsewhere. But now you can find out. You can. But how can you find out? You ask. By following these instructions. If you approach a sentry from the east, you'll see a swampland to your left called the Tangle. Get in there, never mind all the marbles, and navigate your way to the southeast or southwestern corner. You'll come upon some drainage pipes coming from down the stronghold. Don't ask me how I know, but one of them leads back to the command tower. If you listen closely, you might be able to eavesdrop on some of the happenings within. Once you know for certain your friends there, we'll move to the next stage of operation. Now get going. Godspeed. But yeah, there's nothing to worry about. At the moment, like I said, it's just an allergy thing. I've got stuff to take for it. I've just been trying to go longer and longer without having to take a pill, and this is a pretty good amount of time this time. 3 days is pretty long. So usually I take one every day when I go to bed, and I haven't had one since Thursday. I've been Thursday morning. That was the last time I had one. And here we are on Sunday, so I mean, it's pretty good. I have talked to some people, and I know some people that have something similar, and they've literally been having to take an allergy med for their like 10, 15 years. I'm like, man, I don't want to have to take allergy pills every fucking day. What's worse is I complain about it, and Vi's like, been taking meds for every day for 10 years. Fuck you. She didn't actually say this, but she just kind of gave me an eye. I'm complaining about taking this little bitty pill. It's like, you know, have you ever seen like a little Zyrtec? Little bitty. It's like taking a small Benadryl. Chicos. Dude, Chicos in Final Fantasy XI used to be a pain in the ass. They were tiny, and they hit really, really quickly. And if you were a caster, they could interrupt you really fast. Really annoying. Hated Chicos. Faint sound of a conversation. What are the captives? Does she still refuse to speak? She may as well be a deaf mute for all the information we've got out of her. The others aren't much better. The Elzen got my nerves most of all. Every time he opens his mouth, it's only to spout gibberish. Poor Urianger, man. I do wonder why is this tribunus so obsessed with an Amphilia woman? They say she possesses some mystical power, something we Garleans don't have. Mystical powers? Like the kind the beastmen use? How am I supposed to bloody know? If you're so curious, why don't you ask the tribunus yourself? As well try to humble her. Right, my head where it is. Thank you very much. Our break is over. Best to get back to our stations. The footfall grows fainter. What is that? Actually, when I did this quest originally, I like that little touch over here and stuff. Kat, how far did you make it in your character last night? Not those dark mud puppy. Derek, Lutheric. Oh, wait. Wait. That thing down here. I'll just teleport back to Mordona. Wait. Man, I remember when Mordona was the in-game area. And everybody chilled in Revenant's Toll. Y'all don't even know, man. You'd chill in Revenant's Toll, or you would chill in Northern Thanalan. Or Fogard Foot, or Fogord, whatever. Oh, that's the scholar. Yeah. Well, rip Chocobo. Boy, I got qued on. So, where did that Marlboro come from? Kind of just came out of the walls, didn't it? What is our next highest job? Oh wow, we ditched everything at 38. We're already 10 levels above before we ditched the other classes. I don't know if it's going to force me to go down here or not, so we're going to go ahead and get the next quest. Just good to see you again, Wind Up. I'm given to understand that you have conducted some reconnaissance. Tell me what you have able to learn. So Amphilia and the others are indeed in Castrum Sentry. Their presence thus confirmed we may proceed with our mission. While you were afield, Sid took the liberty of devising a plan of action. Pray have the details from him. Good work, Wind Up. Alphino has already told you we've plotted out a course for the rescue. The gist of the Unchanged: we disguise ourselves as Imperial soldiers and infiltrate the stronghold. Galmont is looking into ways to procure a suit of Magitech armor. In the meantime, I need your assistance in some preparations of my own. Amphilia and the others are counting on us. Let's not keep them waiting for any longer if necessary. While Galmont goes about devising this plan, we need to see some of our preparations of our own. It wouldn't do if the Imperials, why can I not talk today, were to discover that they're short on armor. To prevent this from happening, we're going to put together a makeshift communication jamming device. This explanation is like to get a bit technical, so bear with me. Imperial forces communicate at a distance via electromagnetic waves. Simply put, voices are born upon etheric lightning energy that permeates the air. Now the heel-sized cluster of the corrupted crystals to the west have been observed to amplify the self-same energy. By making use of the property, we should be able to drown out Imperial voices. To ensure that we have enough amplification, we must identify the most potent crystals among the cluster. For this, I will need you to go there and use the device to take readings. I'll mark the likely places on your map. Oh, and just so you're aware, plasmoids are drawn to lightning energy. Don't be surprised if you run into it. Radio 101. Cool. Were you here when I was talking about why we don't have like a orchestrion roll like handheld? Because after Endwalker and I mean, I had forgotten about this whole thing talking about a radio here. So we already knew this was technology back in A Realm Reborn. How come and we can't have this now? I would love to have a music player that we could use in game that would allow us to use our orchestrion roll stuff. That one. I should have looked up here. Oh shit, I'm on healer. What I need to do is just get Vi to come around and like one shot all this shit. Don't do that, Vi. I know you're busy. And then you wouldn't have to stand around and wait for me anyway. I have to check all the locations. I just walked past one. Where was it up? It's up on top of it, isn't it? Over here. After Final Fantasy 15, what game should we do after that? Should we just jump right into Final Fantasy 7 Remake, Final Fantasy Tactics, Dirge of Cerberus, Tactics? Man, I'm worried about doing Tactics because it's a lot of fucking reading, like a lot of reading. We're gonna try. I think we're gonna do Lord of the Lions because I've never actually played that version before, and from what I've been told, it's just kind of an updated version. I've played the base game, but I've never played the PSP version, so we're probably gonna emulate it. What the fuck? Yeah. And if I do Final Fantasy 7, should I do it on hard? Wait, the hard mode? Because we're gonna finish this before next month. So that gives us all of September for 15th. And that still leaves me 3 months. Clean the wax out of your ears now, because there's something I want to do by way of preparation. This plans to have you enter Castrum Century all decked out in Imperial duns, but it disguises nothing more than just clothes you're wearing. You also gotta act the part. At the very least, you need to know how to perform a convincing Imperial salute. First impressions, everything. I can teach you the salute myself, of course, but it's best you learn it from the expert. So get yourself near as you dare Castrum Sentry and watch the Imperials do what they do. Well, they still play music rolls on big tabletop players. Even Garlands use radio. But what I'm saying is, like, we could have our so it's based off of the orchestrion role you would have in like your mock house or whatever, like not mock house, it's not mock house in this game, in your housing or whatever, and that you would have a radio that you can link to your whatever, like, so you can't have multiple radios, you would still just have one, but it would link to what was in your house and you could play the radio from your house. Pull, stop punching holes in my argument. I want to be able to have my own fucking radio. God damn it. Where are the goddamn warrior? We went. No, stop. We can make fucking radios. They've made a fucking spaceship. They went to goddamn the edge of the universe. I don't want to hear that we can't have the technology to have a fucking pocket radio. Okay? We're not going to argue. I don't care if the damn Loperette's got to come up. Like, we have a Loperette called Radio Way or Broadcaster Way or something like that. And it's found a way to take the radio from Garland, and make your own personal handheld radio thing. It works like you're in Kestrel. They could fucking do it. And it would be awesome. Yeah, exactly. I also think that it would help them sell more Orchestrion rolls on the Mog Station too, because there's a whole slew of ones on the Mog store that you actually had to pay real money for. Nothing to report, sir. We have received an anonymous warning that insurgent forces are near. We must redouble our vigilance. I shall recommend that the patrols be increased. Can somebody like get me in a room with Yoshi P? I got ideas, right? I got ideas to make this game so much better. Somebody get me in a room with Yoshi P. I don't know why I'm not teleporting. I also want to be able to have glamour plates that are tied to job instead of the gear of the job. So if I switch to Dark Knight, I can have a saved Dark Knight button, right? That changes to the glam and the gear. But if I change to Warrior, it's a different glam, different gear. Come on, give it to me. They'll say that you can't do it because you have to be in a home nation to change glam, probably. But if it's saved to that glam set, it should be fine. You have the readings? Excellent. Here, let me see the numbers. Oh yes, four of these crystals should suit our purpose. Though I pray that we won't need, we will have no need of their power. But thanks, Wind Up. Oh, I had two. I didn't even notice. I could have done both at one time. I didn't even notice I had two quests. So did you manage to learn the Imperial Salute? No. Best you don't demonstrate. I'm liable to fly into a rage and crack skulls, but just take your word for it. Learn the Imperial Salute. Oh. You are so-called Wand Up, yes? I have heard of your plight from my friend Galmont. As a fellow adventurer and son of Eorzea both, I would offer you my assistance. In order to infiltrate Castrum Sentry, you and your comrades must disguise yourselves as Imperial soldiers. The question is how to go about acquiring the uniforms and helms. There is a place a man might purchase them, but individuals who deal in such wares are not the sort of whom you entrust your secrets. It would be more prudent, I believe, to procure them the old traditional way from bodies of the recently deceased owners. The fortified area from Castrum Sentry never lacked the Imperialist patrols. If ought not to take long to obtain 3 sets of gears, one for each member of the infiltration team. Biggs, Wedge, and yourself. When you have what you need, please return here and allow me to inspect the spoils. Do you know what I'm talking about though, Paul? So like right now, yes, the glam is synced to your, like the plate is synced to that gear, but like if you have 4 tanks, right? But you wanted a different glam for each tank, right? If they all wear the same armor, right? You would have to change your glam plate every time, and you'd have to be in a city. What I'm suggesting is that where you save your gear, you know, where you save, like, so here, I'll open it up right here, your gear set list. I'm suggesting that when you save, it saves whatever your current glam is to that plate. So when I click summoner, it'll be that glam plate. But if I switch to black mage, it will be the black mage's glam plate for that gear set, even if they share the same gear. Does that make sense of what I'm trying to say? I don't know if I'm like wording it in a way that doesn't make sense or what. I also think it would be cool if we had a way to store glam plates. So I can understand if we only are allowed to have 20, but if we had a way in our inn or a mock house that let us save a glam plate and we could trade out our glam plates. So if we made more than 20, but we could change. So if we had seasonal ones and stuff, we could go and change by just trading a thing to your retainer or something at your inn to switch your whole sets of glam plates. Which might just be more work than it needs to be. I also wish that we could put a calamity salvager, the person that has all your old gear that's in every town, that you could have that as an NPC you could put in your house or apartment. But only one set of gear. How would that even work when even having more than one set still doesn't work properly? Do you know what I'm saying though? Instead of having to go and open your glam plate every time, right? That glam plate would be tied to these things. I don't know if you can see the right hand side of my screen where you could select your gear set. So it's saved to the gear sets, right? So warrior glam plate is saved to glam plate 1, right? Dark Knight is saved glam plate 2. They're wearing the same armor, but the glam is different when you change jobs. Because it saved that gear set. All you're doing is combining two systems. That way you have less steps and you can have your different classes have different looks. I did not get everything. I'm going off and talking about glam and shit. And what do you mean about glam's not working properly? I don't know that I've had any issue with that. Usually it's always been my error. See, I think so too, Bree. As many people as I know that would love to have different glam sets for every like job, no matter if you have the same gear or not. 'Cause as it is now, it's you would have to be in a main town and change your glam after you switch the job, when I think it's silly to do that. As long as it's saved to a gear set and that gear set was saved in a city, it should be able to switch. That's my view. So we've got the glam linking to jobs. I don't know. I have a better way to explain that. And the radio, the personal radio, so you can change radio for if you want a different music when you're in a different area, so you don't have to listen to Yaxia music. Or you don't have to listen to the Rods That Han music or something like that, and you can change it to whatever you wanted. And if you wanted to listen to Lahi all over the fucking place, you could listen to Lahi everywhere. Dancer weapons are boring. I think they need some more variety. Like, I understand that they're chakrams, but I think it would be interesting if they did the... Do you remember from Naruto the ginormous fucking ninja stars and shit? If they did shit like that, it would be fucking funny. Or if they had little UFOs that you could throw. Think about little UFOs with a little thing on top and everything that you just throw in UFOs. Were you able to obtain 3 sets of Imperial equipment? I was. Damaged as I suspected, in their present condition, I fear these uniforms and helms would likely draw attention. It must be repaired. Fortunately, the blacksmith, Angoff, and the diamond forge from Noah's house of splinters should be able to hammer them into shape in no time. I've already sent word ahead and have been assured that he is expecting you. Worry not, we have already impressed upon him the need of utmost secrecy to this nature of your mission. By the way, did you know that I think, correct me if I'm wrong, there is a S rank in Garlemald that if you have this gear that we're getting ready to get and you wear it in Garlemald, it's one of the triggers to spawn the S rank. It's either this gear or if it's from actual dungeon, but it will look like the Imperial soldiers. That's a S rank spawner. I overheard it. I cannot verify. So, you're the adventurer Sar Marlik? Are you? Are we waiting for you now? Oh, let's see what you got. This outfit here, or is it the Babel gears? I can't verify it though. I was listening to people, or I was reading what people were typing about the spawn the last time I fought it, and someone had said it's the gear that you get in a Realm Reborn, which is the Imperial uniform. But then I was like, that seems weird to have it for that long. You sure it's not an outfit that was given to us at Garlemald, like the winter gear maybe? I'm not sure. If you look up the S rank, you might be able to find out the truth of it. I don't care enough to do it. I see. Ah, yes. I reckon I can hammer these back into shape for you. After all, I owe my friend Stark Marlock Malrock a favor or two. Took good care of old and Egnoff back in the days before I fell in with old Rowena. Did you know he's the son of one of the wealthiest families in the Sultanate? Wouldn't expect someone like that to end up in the life he did, but I suppose he ain't felt the venture's life calling him. But here I'll be blabbing on when there's work to be done. Just hold your horse birds for a moment, horse birds or two, and the great Ignoff will have your gear looking good as new. If it needs this outfit from A Realm Reborn, it would be rather funny. Like everyone runs to nearest Calamity Salvager because ain't no one keeping that shit. Actually, I think I kept it. Time to learn how to play Dancer. Do you get Dancer at 60? Yes. Dancer starts like it's the Shadowbringer job. So it started just like Gunbreaker and right? Hold on, brain. Hold on, we're thinking. Let me think this through here. Heavensward was Machinist, Astrologian, and Dark Knight. Stormblood was Red Mage, Samurai. Shadowbringers was Gunbreaker and Dancer. Inwalker was Reaper and Sage. Right? The only one that ever had 3 was Heavensward, correct? And the Heavensward ones start at 30. And the ones for Stormblood start at 50. And there we have it. Won't do you much good in the battle, mind you, but from what I hear, that's not your priority now. Sneezes. And there we have it. It won't do you much good in battle, mind you, but from where I hear, they're not your priority anyhow. Do send Stark my regards, will you? Yeah, Emmett locked it in Ishgard. And the only added job that I can remember that was added to Realm Reborn was Ninja. Or Rogue / Ninja. Like the game didn't launch with it. The rest that came after can be unlocked from AR songs. Yeah. But it doesn't matter anyway. You still you would need to get level 50. Like you still have to be of a level of that job to unlock. So it doesn't matter anyhow. Have you had the uniforms and helms repaired? I have. Yes, these will serve beautifully. The great Ignoff never fails to impress. The quality of these repairs would fool even the legatus. Thus equipped, you should not have any trouble blending in amongst the Imperial forces. Least you fear that the Garlands might detect your foreignness. Foreigners, in fact, form the greater part of the Garland invasion force in Neorzu. You see, when the Empire subjugated new territory, it assimilated the people of the land into their armed forces. In turn, their conscripts forces are sent to subjugate faraway lands. In this way, Garlemald nips rebellion in the bud and expands its territory in one fell stroke. With this, my part in your mission is done. I am full glad you have been assistance to the cause. Why would I, a wealthy merchant, wish to help you? I know not where you've heard such a tale, but believe me when I say that I am but another humble adventurer. one who dares desires only to act in the best interest of the realm. Good work getting the Imperial duds. You'll be pleased to hear that I ain't been idling myself. It took me long enough, but I finally hatched a plan to get us the old Magitech armor. Now, from what I've seen, Castrum Sentry deploys a Reaper for most of its patrols. Trouble is, the patrols themselves are irregular, meaning random routes and random deployments, and hardly any of it come anywhere near Reverend Soul. So, hoping to coax the Imperials out of their shells, I took the liberty of feeding them a bit of false information or intelligence, and told them insurgents had designed on their stronghold. Ain't far of the truth. Now to come to think of it, anyway, we should start seeing more patrols than we have up until now. What you need to do is approach one of these patrols dressed up as your shiny tin suit and alert them to the enemy's presence. Having done that, you'll want to lure them near Revenant's Toll as you can, like as not, so they be weary of venturing far from their own walls. If they do need a bit of extra encouragement, use the smoke signal here, which fresh from the Imperial scouts. They'll come running when they see that, and when the cavalry arrives, you hit them hard, make off with their Reaper. Simple as that. If I ain't mistaken, there's a patrol sweeping the perimeter right now, so run along. Oh, and don't forget to salute. They gave me a Legionnaire visor too. MSQ gives plenty of XP. You already have to switch jobs around to spread them. Won't be a problem getting to 70 while still in AR to get a Reaper to dunk on A's ranks. I was just implying that you can't get it just willy-nilly. Like, you still have to have a job up to that level. Mithra, I suspected that you would be making an appearance before long, and I presume that this fine gentleman is the new summoner I've heard so much about. Yes, hopefully the first of many. Nay, pray tell me, Rembros, has the discovery of the Algem-made evoker attire been confirmed? It has, truly a historical find. Then I would ask a boon of you. My friend, you recall the predicament of which I spoke. Our chances of survival would be greatly improved if you would consider allowing Wind-Up to wear the Algen garments. Well, he is a summoner after all, and I must confess to no small degree of scholarly curiosity as to the effect that the attire will have on one with the appropriate training. These finds are, however, the result of much sweat and even a few tears on the part of excavation team. 'Tis a frustrating task at times, and I fear that they will be loath to part with the garments without some sort of measure of recompense for their efforts. Allow me, though, to offer a solution. Metallic monstrosities of Algen constructs known as Mirror Knights have risen from the dig sites scattered across Mardona. Needless to say, they pose dangerous threat to our excavators. I suggest that you speak with 3 field researchers and dispose of any such nasty hindrances of their work. I dare say that they then will be gladly to surrender their pieces of their attire. Once I have confirmed our dig site is suitably empty of armored horrors, I will see you rewarded with the garments that I myself recovered from the ruins. Okay. At least with road to 80. Yeah, I didn't have the road to 80, so I unfortunately have not had that benefit. Oh shit. If I'm not mistaken, you were the search for Evoker's attire. I have one of the wondrous pieces right here. You're most welcome. Keep trying to fly. What piece was that? The pants. Praise the gods. Rambro said an adventure would be coming along. Please, you must destroy the construct thingy. Thank you for eliminating the source of my recent nightmares. I do not ordinarily stutters, so you see, but object terror has had that effect on folk. Now I hear that I hear from you, Mithra, that you needed the Algan garment. I should be glad to see it put partial to use rather than shut away in some dusty vault. Mirror Knights, yes, they have become quite bothersome. I would be most appreciative were you to eliminate the creaking pests that have been plaguing me of late. Okay, you did the same. Oh, that's scared. It's his fault that they're here. Fascinating. I never thought it would be fortunate enough to observe a conflict against Algan constructs at such a close quarter. This has been a deeply enriching experience. If the price is to be one piece of the Evoker's attire, then so be it. Oh, the champion of my research returns. With the ruins now free of the Mirror Knights, the excavations can be proceed as far at a far more satisfying pace. Trembling in fear for one's life makes it astonishingly difficult to handle ancient artifacts and have a tendency to crumble into dust. You have performed a valuable duty this day, Windup. As promised, you shall have the summoner's garments uncovered by my own hand as your reward. Oh shit! What did it say? Oh, okay. Yes. Ymithra mentioned she would await you at Apaku Falls. It seems that there was no doubt in her mind that you would succeed here. Hey, I got my strap on. The forehead dunk. The funny thing is, Cat, look how big it is on me though, right? Like it's as big as my head. It's so freaking big. Like, what? Okay, I learned how to play Dancer. It's Dancer's really not that difficult. It's all kind of whack-a-mole. Look at that. How big that thing is. Freaking big. So this is how the summoners of old were clad. Well, more or less, it is unfortunate that these ruins have yet to surrender their final piece of the to the Scions. These garments, aside from the coloring, they are identical to the garb Tristan wore. He will find no edge against you through his equipment when next you face this murderous cad. Victory will be decided purely upon who is the more talented summoner. To that end, it is time that you drew on your experience to defeat the primal Garuda. Yes, her aura is fickle, violent, and palpable upon you. It is daunting to imagine an eggy born of the Lady of the Vortex. Such unpredictable ferocity should serve you well. I will search for a suitable area location to which to perform the atrocities of wind. Whatever. You, my dear summoner, must needs prepare yourself body and mind for the trials ahead. I shall be waiting. Where's the body piece? Do I not get the body yet? I don't remember when you get the body piece. Since Garuda's relentless essence railing within the confines of the etheric channels, it is time we granted the release of the authorities of wind. Oh, it's level 50. Thankfully, I already have in mind a location that will suit our element's purpose. You are finally you're familiar with the floating city of Nim and the outer of Monosha. As you might imagine, the aspect of wind is entirely dormant in the area of those suspended isles. Pray make your way there as soon as you feel prepared. I'm quite excited about the new egg. Okay. That's dumb though, because at like a level 50, it's already like terrible gear now. I need to drop it to 45. I suppose you do have a rather scholarly air about you. I've been expecting you, wind up. Have you the leaves that Alka Zalka designed then? Crafting remnant that has not been seen in 1500 years. This is indeed a daunting challenge. But it is one I suspect I will enjoy a great deal. For rare is the day a weaver revives ancient fashion. I shall begin at once. You may observe if you like, but be aware it will be a lengthy process. You mean, oh my god. It is lengthy. It has been some time since I labored with such intensity. I'd adhere to Alzolka's designs as best as I could, though there were certain aspects I felt compelled to change. His lack of familiarity with textiles and weave led to what I can only assume were our errors. You will note that I could only complete the cultus. This is because the other garment requires skill which I do not possess. Mistress Serendipity and Gavin, the goldsmith and leatherworkers guilds, respectively, can provide you with the finishing touches of that remaining piece. But you were unaware that I could not craft the full set by myself, weren't you? Very well, I shall send word on your behalf. If I wind up, you need only visit each guild and present them with my unfinished work. Damn you. Making me fucking work for it. Serendipity. Greetings, wind up. Red said that you'd be along shortly, so let's see that mortarboard. Working hard for the gear. This shouldn't take long. Here, wait a minute. Here's as promised. Amazing what a difference a mithril talus tassel can make, isn't it? Wear it with pride, wind up. Now you go. Now off you go. Be sure to enjoy your time in Gridania. I just came from there. Had I known. God, the thing is bigger than my head too. Jesus. Look at this. I can carry a pizza on my fucking hat. Look how big it is. It's huge. What's up, Geva? Wind up, the man who single-handedly revived the scholarly arts. All right, then, show me what you got. Master Rowe's work is marvelous, as to be expected. This will be a pleasure. Someone made a guile glam with it? No way. Oh, there you go. One pair of fingerless buffalo leather gloves. Perfect for the scholar who prefers that his protection does not come at the cost of dexterity. Oh, the boots. Bell will have to do those. He's an expert in minor. So you needn't worry about the quality. Besides, I've already spoiled you by making the gloves for free. Fuck you. You're the scholar. I've been instructed to assist you. If you would please let me see Master Rowe's work. What are you hammering? Oh, the shoe. It was white. The craftsmanship is amazing. I cannot wait to get started. But there was no texture. It was just white. Here you are, sir. Made with the finest boar and buffalo leather in accordance with Alka Zolka's designs, which are very impressive, I must say. He must be dying to see the completed set. I would, or I know I would, had I gone to such great lengths. You ought to surprise him by wearing the garments when you next meet him. Oh, it was because of the target market. Okay, it just looked white. Like the texture was fucked up. Marauders Guild. No, I didn't get the kitty. I got the hedgehog. I'm not a cat person anymore. I look like a doofus. I have reasons. My ex was like obsessed with cats. So I don't, that's not my first go-to anymore. By the guns, I feel as though I've been transported backwards through time. You were You are the very image of Nemean scholar of Eld. Well, minus the gown, but still. Never in my wildest dreams did I think it would turn out this way. Or this well. Huh. I see that you approve as well, little one. Suffice it to say that we can consider this a great success. Look, I like dogs. Cats are not my go-to. I mean, I get them eventually or pick them up or whatever, but I'm not one of those end-all be-all cat people, and mainly because I lived with 13 cats for a very long time, and I could probably never have more than one. So anyway, I'm just kind of like squinty-eyed at cats nowadays. No, Violet's a cat girl. I'm just saying that it's not something or like when I go buy things, if I have an option, I'm probably gonna get something other than the cat, unless that cat's just way better. And plus, hedgehogs are cute. Have you ever seen a hedgehog take a bath? I just can't go. I feel like I'm digging a hole. Just gonna have to not comment about it anymore. Yes, I forgot to mention that while I was awaiting your return, I made considerable progress with the decipherings of the Nemean tablets, much of which I have learned until now have pertained to the roles of scholar within the military. However, the latest texts offer insight into the scholar's activities during times of peace. As you can imagine, they were not the sort to let their restorative magics go to waste. One particular string accounted described the selfless efforts to combat the spread of the virulent plague, which at one point threatened to engulf all of Nim. Naturally, they did so with the aid of the fairies, which is, well, I believe that similar acts of charity may serve to future awaken your winged companion. If you are of the mind to test that theory, on a journey to Camp Bronze Lake, you will find no shortage of sick and wounded there. Rukusa Farsua, which doubly welcomed your service, were you to offer them. He presides over the Worm Wine Sanatorium, so be sure to have a word with him if you decide to go. Angry cat noises. Cat, not car. Oh, angry car noise. Vroom. I'm digging a hole with the cat stuff. I really am. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I don't mind cats and stuff, but it's not my go-to anymore. Do you understand? Like, I'm not obsessed with cats like everybody else seems to be. And I wouldn't mind them as much, but I lived with 13 cats who literally shit on the floor and fucking clawed up furniture, hair fucking everywhere, and an ex did not clean up after them. I didn't have any real action with cats, so I have a stronger dislike for cats than most normally people would. I wouldn't mind having a single solitary cat that was mainly outside, but I'm just not obsessed with it like 90% of the internet is. Would say I'm more of a dog person now. You got a Hrothgar. That's a tiger. That's a big cat. No, I actually don't like big cats either. What is this? I'm actually not. I've never really liked big cats. They like lions and tigers and cheetahs and all that stuff. Like when I was watching, what was that about the Tiger King or whatever? I was like, why do people want these big ass like predators in their house, like or around them? Why? I don't get it. Hello and welcome to Bronze Lake. If you dare desire treatment, I, pardon you, wish to administer treatment. Are you even qualified to? Wait, you must be Wind Up, the scholar. We are happy to accept any assistance you can provide. I am told that you possess magics which can cleanse the body of toxins, impurities, and maladies. At the present, we have 5 patients visiting the springs who would benefit from from this care. Pray attend to those individuals and return to me when finished. Okay. I blew your heart out. You're cat girl. My name means lioness of the god, and you hate. I did not say I hate all cats. You're over exaggerating. I'm just like cat or cute little swimming hedgehog. I'm gonna go with cute little swimming hedgehog. Also, what the fuck is happening right here? Are you here to help me? I don't know what's wrong. I just can't. Tuna. My lungs. I can breathe again. Bless you, sir. Bless you. Guild Wars 2 makes better big cat persons anyway. Well, if they had made them look more like Kamari, I would be more inclined. But they don't look anything like Kamari. They look like hunchback thingies. I don't know. They just look weird. They look like they're wearing a fake cat mask. What the? Why'd you have to go and do that? Ah, bugger. Now they'll take my wine away. What? I'm not talking about me coats. And by the way, until Endwalker, I was a cat boy, so stop games. Stop. I just like Bum Boy better. Wait a minute. Enjoy your work, Lady Kiana. Eh? What did you do? You took something from me, something bad. I don't know what to do. I'm glad you did it. Thank you. Corrupted Aether. And also, like, Vi's not huge into cats either, so I don't know if we'll ever have a cat. I know my kids would love to have one, but I don't know if Vi would be willing to have one inside. We have 2 dogs right now, and they're both dumb as shit, and that sucks. I don't necessarily want like a permanently outdoor cat anyway, because I live like on the border of woods and there's coyotes and stuff. Can't sleep. Okay, whatever. I just insulted myself. You set me free. I no longer feel the eyes upon me. The eyes? The fuck was watching you? I'm not gonna fight it. I'm gonna run away. I don't want to fight you. You're scary, corrupted Aether. What's this war? Fuck. Ah. I wanted to see if I could get away not fighting. I think they tried to give a cat trait with the posture. It loses more than it gets. Neither Ronzo nor Big Cat. It doesn't look like Ronzo at all, which is what I thought they were supposed to be based off of. If they looked like Kamari, I'd be more like, yeah, they look awesome, but they don't. What's this warrant? Did you do that? Thank you. Whatever, whoever you are. Which sucks because they did a really good job with the Vera. Like the female Vera looked very, very good, right? I mean, minus they don't have the crazy claws or the crazy feet like they did in 12, but they look pretty good. But the Hrothgar, they're supposed to be based off the Ronzo, and they just look shitty. They even call them Ronzo in the first. There you go. They don't look like Ronzo. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. What did you do for those patients was nothing short of miraculous. Their commanding officer will be pleased. Pleased to hear that they can return to active duty. You and Alkia Zako have my deepest thanks. Okay. So you're done. We need to do summoner one now. I don't know. I mean, they've even got female Ronzos in Final Fantasy X that they could have gone with. We were looking at that when played Final Fantasy X and how that they would look so much better. Miko, like another reason in this game I'm not too sold on Miko's, like everyone thirsts for cats in this game. Like the cat races. Like there's some serious thirst for cat boys and cat girls. And sometimes it can like borderline be disturbing. I would say it's not a healthy thirst. Shall we begin? I assume that this is your third such experience. You have by now grown familiar with the steps of the ritual. Thus, as before, I should have you concentrate on shifting your etheric imbalance. Imagine the energy within you howling through your veins, an incident gale of screeching wrath. Garuda's essence will be only too eager to harness those raging currents and shape them into a worldly avatar. Once Garuda Egedy has appeared, it falls to you to tame its fury. Femro with no fur, please no. What? That would look weird. A Femro with fur. That's how they could get away with not doing a model, though. I mean, a slightly buff female is kind of hot. Like the V are pretty hot. Vi? What? The what? The Viera? What are you talking about? They're not buff though. They're slender and just really tall. I seen them thighs? They're just long thighs. You do you, games. You do you. That cut off quick. It's just kind of hard cut. What the fuck? Masterfully done, wind up. Garuda Eggy's power is now yours to wield. Your aptitude for the art of summoning has exceeded my highest expectations. I honestly could not have found a more valuable partner on my research. Let us return to Pocky Falls. I am sure you must be exhausted after the ordeal. I wish I didn't have to go back to Pocky Falls for you to say something to me. I think it stood out among others considering different people too. Pure, nope. Elzen, aka Elf, you had plenty with your D&D row. Just bigger here with an unpronounceable heck no kitty. That leaves cat girls. This has been entirely hot take. No. Wait, what? Okay. First off, no. Cat girls and all that, they come from Mikots from Final Fantasy XI. Whereas the row are designed off of the Galka from, which are like a weird lizard bear thing. It's like a lizard thing. Here's just basic human. Elves like in every other Evelyn game. Except for Skyrim. Skyrim has some terrifying looking elves. those dark elves and shit. They're really scary looking. I think Skyrim may have or Elder Scrolls may have the ugliest elves in any game I can think of. And then what are the Ara are supposed to be like lizards, right? Not dragons, they're lizards. With the addition of Garuda Eggy, you are now commanding 3 powerful avatars. As you have no doubt realized, however, each of these entities has a particular role in which this. For Garuda, the role is unleashing magic to strike down distant foes. I must admit, the feeling equal parts joy and apprehension is how faithfully the summoned beings display the original primal volatile's disposition. Experiment with your Eggy allies and the most effective use for the individual abilities will soon become clear. With such mastery of your art at your disposal, I shall also pity Tristan when next he chooses to confront you. Before that time comes, however, I will endeavor to pierce the mystery of his motivations. May your discoveries bring you new confidence. Night Elves from WoW? I think you just have the lustful eye games. You watch those Night Elves bounce around too much in World of Warcraft. You know what I'm talking about. I'm actually surprised you didn't say the Blood Elves, because most people think the Blood Elves look way better than the Night Elves. Skyrim goes above and beyond with lizard people and the Argonian Maid. Oh my god, the Argonian Maid. Dude. Vi made me read the Argonian Maid on stream. It was cute. Oh, wind up. Rakusa, whatever, tells me that your potent magics exceed all expectation. Had a good time, did you? I thought you might. It warms my heart to see you two making such great strides, and it reminds me that I must work harder to see that I am not left behind. For the nuance, I will resume deciphering the Nimian tablet, though they did yield an immense quality of information on the scholarly arts. Scholarly is a hard word to say. Remain confident that they contain an equally impressive wealth of tactics and information. Tactical. Lush Street. What? Just boring convo of master and servant discussing cleaning and baking bread. I seem to recall bread being baked in one of them's oven. You know what I mean? You love bread? We're not doing this quest. This isn't unintentional. I'm not reading. Just wanted it out of the way. All right, back to Mordana. I did not attune myself when I was there. Are you fucking kidding me? No. Damn it. We got to looking at pictures of Mordona, the old Mordona, and I never fucking clicked the crystal. All right. We got a run ahead of us. I would have realized that all those times I talked about teleporting back to Remnant Soul if I had done that, but I didn't. Too busy trying to tell y'all to stop lusting over cats. Do, 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 do. All right, click the crystal. I'm gonna be right back. Be right back, chat. Coffee made me go bathroom. Okay. Back to stuff. I did a tune. Yeah, okay. No more wasting time. We need to go down here. Don't we have to put the outfit on? Now we're real Imperials. We're riding a dirt bike. Or dirt bike. Like a motorcycle with our outfit on. So many fucking mud puppies. Holy shit. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna kill you. I'm tired of running away all the fucking time. Insurgents gathering to east, you say? Judging by your description, they are well beyond the perimeter, but I will not have it said that I was remiss. You return to the scene and keep an eye on those insurgents. Should aught go awry, use your smoke signal to call it. I'm just gonna go all the way over there and pop the smoke signal. Hold up. Do I have to be in this gear? Don't think so. I think I only needed it for that salute. I hope you don't mind me joining, seeing as we're seizing advanced weaponry. I thought it best to be on hand. Ah, there she is. This is the place, but where's the enemy? They're over there. Send in the Reaper. Let us make an example of these insurgents. Hold on. Killed him. I thought they were making an example of me, chat. What happened? It's not easy being an engineer. True. We were gonna overclock. And we killed it. At last, our very own suit of Magitech armor. Not wishing to look a gift chocobo in the beak, it does seem rather worse for wear, doesn't it? Biggs, Wedge, what's your honest assessment? Well, there's the fact that she's smoking, of course, but looking past that, I'd say she's rather structurally sound. I don't like the way these legs are buckled. I'd hate to say this, but the servo mechanism may be damaged. Yeah, but aren't those things protected by thick armor plate? They are, yes. It's odd. The casing doesn't seem to have taken a blow. I suspect that we're dealing with a faulty part. Well, whatever we're dealing with, we're not resting till it's fixed. Not one wink of sleep. Got that, Wedge? Mumble, cart chocobo. Heard that. A hall has been set aside for us for our use in Revenant's Toll. That's where we'll carry out the repairs. Look for us. All right. Well, all right. Bunch of nods and thumbs up and head shakes. Yeah. I like how it limps. I sure I did. I really did. The Magitech armor, Sid and the others took it inside. Go on and join them. Well, now, had time to take a closer look at the Reaper. Our preliminary diagnosis was correct. She's structurally sound, but her servo mechanism is faulty. You needn't worry though. Biggs and Wedge will see her restored to her former glory in no time. Give those two something to mend, and they will think naught else till the job is done. It is a marvelous thing to behold, provided you remind them to visit the privy. The repairs are proceeding apace. I shouldn't be long now before Biggs and Wedge complete their work. There is, however, one small problem. If you recall, the Machina's servo mechanism was damaged to be, or discovered to be faulty. Wedge has that word I can't pronounce at the moment. Ascertained that the Magitech core, which drives it, is worn beyond use. Such cores are rather fragile devices which must be replaced on the regular intervals. Thanks to the negligence of the Imperial colleagues, however, the one used in this Reaper was long overdue. Alas, we do not have the access to a ready replacement here in Mendona, but all is not lost. Wedge thinks that he may identify an alternate solution. Go and see him. He'll explain the details. As I believe the chief has already informed you, the Magitech core is worn beyond use. We need to find a replacement. I thought about having you appropriate more Reapers, but even if the Dunderhead maintenance engineers in Castrum Century had remembered to replace their cores, we would risk arousing Imperial suspicion. But do not despair, for I believe there is a solution to substitute the Magitech core with a mammoth heart. In case you don't know, a mammoth heart can be used to great sentience to an automaton, but by my reckoning, such a device should be more than capable of regulating the armor's servo mechanism We'll just need to make one minor modification to the housing unit. I've already placed an order for the first-rate mammoth heart with the Goldsmith Guild. All that remains is for someone to go get it from Olda and collect it. Oh, and pay for it. Did I mention how much they cost? No? Well, that typically costs something in the order of, well, I hope. I don't mind footing the bill. It's for a good cost. Act on. A lot of back and forth, huh? A game frozen? Oh, we're dropping frames. What? Chat, let me know when we're back. There's a big thunderstorm here, or rainstorm. It's fine. Okay. Serendipity. Hello there. Come to collect the mammoth heart, you say? Then you must be here on behalf of the Garland Ironworks. I've taken the liberty of picking the finest example we have. A heart fit for a prince among mammoths. Payment? Oh, that won't be necessary. The heart is for Master Alphino's personal use after all. He notified us a short while ago that his manservant would be coming to collect it. I'm a manservant? Tender in years though he may be, Master Alphino has been a benefactor of ours since my predecessor's time. The Goldsmith Guild would dream of charging him. But there is, but here's the mammoth heart. May it serve you well. Oh, and please pass on my compliments to your master. I'm not a servant of Alphino. My God. I'm not a manservant. I'm a real boy. Want to go in? I do. Do you have the mammoth heart? I can't wait to see if it works. Well, think about, they did tell us, go get this and that. True. True. Hooray. Thank you so much. But this is magnificent. It may have cost an emperor's ransom. Free of charge, courtesy of Alphino. Coming from an influential family certainly has its advantages. But without further ado, let's give it a try. I already modified the housing unit, so it should slot right in. A long way from family to, or friend to family. Yeah. There. She's ready. She's ready. Magic armor engage. Or not. She just needs a little love tapping, I wager. Yes, she's alive. Let's take her outside and put her through the paces. Wound up, would you care to do the honors? You fix this thing very quickly. Hop in the pilot seat and we'll begin. First, I'd like you to climb try climbing the tangle on crystals yonder as far as you can go, if you please. Oh, and if for some reason you need to dismount, simply come back here and we'll start again. No anomalies, movements evident from the either leg. Good. Next, jump down and then sprint quick as you can. Leg joints absorb all impact without incident. Excellent. Please make your way back. Okay. Y'all could make this so I don't aggro while I'm doing this. Did I pad the mold test? Pass the mold test. The torso remains stable and during vigorous motion. Excellent. And that concludes the test. Thank you. No problem. Here's a summary of my findings. The drivetrain is in sound condition with some fine tuning. We could expect noticeable improvements in performance. As for the servo mechanism, I'm afraid it's not clearly nearly as responsive as it should be, and I'm at a loss of how to explain why. The mammoth heart is in pristine condition and would be installed correctly. Perhaps its inner workings are simply too different to operate harmoniously with the armor's other mechanisms. Whereas Magitech cores serve only to conduct impulses, the mammoth hearts enable automated to process information collected by the sensors as feelings. Maybe she just doesn't feel like part of the team, in which case we should do our best to make her feel welcome. Click. Daft as it felt, I gave it my best. I've welcomed myself a bloody standstill myself to a bloody standstill. What were you expecting to do anyway? Bob us a curiosity. No doubt you're wondering why the servo mechanism is so important as to warrant this silliness. Without it, the pilot would be required to control the armor's every movement manually. That would be an onerous task at the best of times and woefully impractical during battle. Using the mammoth heart in place of the worn Magitech core seems as a promising solution. Alas, the device does not appear to be capable of Garland technology. Wedge, are there no other ways we might demonstrate our appreciation to our friend here? I'm at wit's end, Chief. She just doesn't seem convinced. We could try a little dance, perhaps. Cheer her up. You could stamp her with a logo. Imperials, they've come for the armor. Damn. They have us cornered. There's the Reaper. Taken by that traitor Garland. And is that the Icon Slayer? Oh, bollocks. Call for reinforcements. Held you will. We've located the stolen Reaper, requesting immediate assistance. Respond. Tramp stamp it. It's no use, sir. There's some sort of interference. Curse you, Garland. No matter, if we can't reclaim it, destroy it. Blue Hills wind up. Protect the armor at all costs. Okay. I got you. What are you doing? We did it. We protected it. Chief, look, she moved. Ah, now she designs to grace us with her presence. It took a good while, but we're finally ready. It's time to infiltrate Castrum Century and rescue our comrades. Oh, we tagged it now. We added our tramp stamp. There's the finishing touch. Wouldn't that give it away though? The servo mechanism is now fully functional, and all it took was a simple fight to the death. Remind me not to install Mammoth Heart aboard the Enterprise, would you? Much as I love her, I would rather not be required to profess it before boarding. But enough of that. Let us see to the final preparations. Thanks to Big and Wedge, the Reaper is as good as new, and we're as prepared as we're going to likely to get. How go your preparations wind up? We leave as soon as you're ready. I'm good. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, you came. Thought I'd give you a roaring send off. Just the least I can do for the fine men and women we're about to take my lifelong wish come true. Well, we do our best. It occurs to me for all the help you've afforded us, we know very little and less about you. What did the Empire do to earn your ire? But I fear I've put curiosity before consideration. I quite understand if you'd rather not relive those memories. No, I don't mind. Truth be told, part of it was itching to tell you my tale. Mind you, 'tis hardly novel. I ain't the first to suffer the Imperial hands. Like most folk, I used to have a mother. She was sweet and caring woman with a smile never far from her face. There was a sister too, pretty little thing. She was gentle as a lamb, but tough as nails. We were poor folk living simple lives, but we knew nothing or knew happiness just the same. Then the Imperials came and took it all away. When Omega fell, they put my family in a camp. Being a lad, I was made to do hard labor, while my mother and sister were forced to do far worse. They hid their suffering from me as best they could, but I knew and thought of it drove me mad. We had to escape, so I hitched a plan to get us out of the city. We're picking our way around a gorge not far from outside the walls when they caught up with us.